Hello, my name is Teacher John. I've been working as an online English teacher for a while. I've been working with this company, and I'm looking for new and exciting opportunities in the world of online English teaching. So I have a very powerful computer. It's an i7 with 16 gigs of RAM, so I'm able to run the powerful program that I'm using. The software is called Jmblinn. Jmblinn is a very powerful and it's a great program. I can let the students write on the board. They can have the drawing tools. They can color. I can show videos, images, music. It's a very good teaching software, Jmblinn. It's called Jmblinn, and I use it every day. So I teach every day from home, and I have this. I can get a background and things like that, of course. So I love teaching. I really do enjoy teaching. So let's go through my resume. This is me, John Michael. My name is John Michael. Blinn is my last name. Originally from Nova Scotia in Canada, in the Halifax area in Canada. That's East Canada. And this was my own business, Jmblinn and Sons. I've argued issues of international law in judicial court. So I have real world experience in the legal system. I know things about crimes, different crimes such as pillaging and arson and things like that, embezzlement and things like that, which I use in my teaching. I've also traded real estate, so I have that kind of experience also, and construction management. So I did a lot of construction in my earlier days. I've owned trucks and heavy equipment, so I know about mechanic and carpentry, welding, and things like that. So I have real world experience working with my hands. So I was a professional driver with a trucking company, road builder, construction management, like I said, asphalt reclaimer, learning these complicated tools, industrial equipment that I learned, the real world business, water trucks and grading municipal roadways and things like that. So this is mostly construction. But as for this is not an updated resume, but I do have the teaching online as a second language. It was a training course offered through this company, so I'm not sure if there's if it applies for all the companies, but it just says what you have to do, what the software, how to it's pretty self-explanatory here. So let's go through the material that I use for my students here. This is, for example, junior advanced. So this is for the advanced students here. This is, for example, here, responsibility. You advertise, go through these language points with them. Therefore, in next month's gymnastics event to be held in our city, one of the host's responsibilities is to keep competitions fair. They advertised that every single competitor is to have compulsory regular physical examination in the gymnasium on posters outside the stadium. The volunteers in charge of this will be very strict. It is fool to cheat because they will not be admitted to take part in games and will even be fined as well. So I go through this with the student. He reads it, he or she reads it, he reads it, and they say, hey, what's this mean? Compulsory. I'm not sure what compulsory means. It means you have to do it. It is not optional, so it's not an option. You can't choose to do it or not. You have to. You have to take part in a regular physical examination. Okay? And so what does fined mean? So they know what fine, I'm doing fine. No, it's not I'm fine, how are you? It's a monetary penalty. It's a financial charge that will be imposed upon you if you actually cheat. And then you go to the internet and get pictures of steroids, the needle, and then it's going into the arm so they can connect the two together, which is cheating in Olympic Games, which is terrible. It's obviously terrible. So we talk a lot about that stuff, responsibility, all that stuff, and then keep on going down here. And then, there's a little test at the end here. This is the advanced students here. This is what it looks like here. And then the Chinese translation here. So all my students are Chinese. I've never really had any other nationalities. They're mostly all Chinese kids. Sometimes I have, Vietnamese, but it's mostly all Chinese. For example, the smaller kids here. You got water And, I'm being a dad. I know how to talk to small kids. Hey, juice! And if they're not paying attention, what's this? What's this? I pretend to cry. Oh, Teacher John, don't cry. So it's I got these props and these little teddy bears to try to make him pay attention and stuff like that. But there's rarely any problems with that. Rarely, children are on there. The parents want them to learn, so they are with the kids. This is for a young girl. She's 3 years old. She's with the mom, and she's able to say all these words: sandwich, ice cream, juice, milk, and here's what's this one? And then it's bread. So basically that's it here. So like I can do from 2-3 years old to 67 was my oldest student I've ever had. He was a retired gentleman, and he wanted to travel. Chinese guy, and a very nice guy, very nice man. And we did some English lessons, and he's learning. My students are learning. They are learning. They are excelling in the language. I give homework. Sometimes they don't do it, but I still give them homework. This is especially Chinese. A really great point I wanted to leave you with is the Chinese students that I have, so they can speak Mandarin Chinese, which is 1.1 billion. So there's 1 billion and 100 million more, and then the English is almost 1 billion. So I mean, there's almost 2 billion people that they can communicate with just 2 languages alone, Mandarin and English. So I mean, they're going to grow up with a huge advantage. Many doors are going to open for them, which is amazing. I mean, these students are. I can't speak Mandarin Chinese. I can't. I speak French. I'm a first language English speaker, first language French speaker. So when I was growing up, there was French and English, so I don't have any problems with teaching French. I would love to teach French, although I never have. Just basic to a few classes, but I never really have the experience of teaching French, but I'm fully capable of teaching French and basic Spanish. But English is my specialty. So, all right, so I'll leave you with that. Thanks a lot for your time. I appreciate you checking out my video. Like I said, give me a call. You know my email, you know my number. If you want to contact me by Skype, I'm on Skype, Jmblinn and Sons. So that wraps it up. Thank you very much for listening, and you give me a call if you're interested. I'm interested in speaking with you. Okay, take care. Bye.